And what was your very first feeling when you started working in Bali?
And yeah, I can go to the beach every day, but the fact is, you're just working and then you're tired and then you go back home.
Work is work.
Yes,
Vacation
exactly.
is vacation.
Working is life, so
What made you decide to live then to here in Bali?
the city just make you rush. The tempo, the pace, like everything was just really fast. After we finish our work, I mean, we go back home, we still open our laptop, but in Bali, I could find that okay, when it's done, it's done.
I still have to open up my laptop even after the office hours. I really don't want to do that, to be honest.
My advice is done.
Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Vision, where we talk about behind the scenes of SATUVISION. My name is Gali, as usual, and today we have a familiar face, Kamila.
Hello.
Hi, Kamila.
Hello.
How are you?
Thank you, Gali. I'm good. How about you?
I'm really good. Kamila, you've been on the episodes for a lot of times as a host, as well as myself. So
Yes.
we thought, why don't think we talk about and discuss about stuff we're gonna discuss about specifically. We're gonna discuss about work-life balance.
Yes, that's interesting.
Why don't you just tell yourself what are your background before SATUVISION?
Okay. So, hello again. My name is Kamila, and then I'm working right now in SATUVISION as social media specialist. But previously, I'm also was working in one of a multinational company in Jakarta, but it's quite like a niche job because I mostly handle like crisis management on social media
Mm.
and also influencer. So it's a little bit like different with social media, but it's still on social media. So it's quite challenging.
Crisis management.
Yes.
Just tell me a little more about it. Like
Okay.
specifically, what are the jobs? Daily
Okay.
jobs.
So, if you guys a little bit familiar with the marketing industry, that a lot of competition and stuff,
Mhm.
campaign, and
Yeah.
then somehow in the campaign there's like a black campaign,
Mhm.
or just basically all in the social media talk about like negative and positive sentiment. And then my job is actually to turn from negative sentiment from my client, from a brand on social media, and then I need to turns it to the at least natural or positive sentiment.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, niche is a pretty good word to
Yes,
describe it.
Yes.
So you worked as a what again? Crisis management social
Yes.
media.
We have a name for that, but because it's not every agency has that service, so yeah, just call it crisis management. It's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
crisis. You work as a crisis management full time in Jakarta.
Yes, full time.
What made you decide to live then to here in Bali?
Okay. So the reason why, because it was just like already 5 years I was in that job, and then I'm already in many cases to cases, and
Mhm.
I feel like I need something that new and fresh and challenge me. But surely every case that coming to me is always like exciting, but I just want to do something different but still related. And then I think it could be help for my personal growth.
Mhm. Was it a tough decision then? Was it something that you've been taught on for very long or
Yes, it was very long time. Like either I just stay here in my comfort zone because I really love my job, or I try something new that maybe give a new insight for me. So it was really tough decision, but yeah, at least I'm here.
okay. And then you moved to Bali.
Yes.
And what was your very first feeling when you started working in Bali?
Actually, it's quite interesting because the past, say, after the pandemic, around like 3 years, I was like working remote. And then say that I'm working by myself the whole day, all time, and then everything discussed just like online
Online.
meeting through. And then now, since I moved here, I literally work in the office with the peoples, and then I could say that the office is pretty small, so
Mm.
we can really like close to each other. And then actually it was really changed my mind about how working with people will be like this fun and
Okay,
amazing.
yeah. I know you personally as a very extroverted person. I cannot imagine you working every day from only from your laptop. It must feel like, I don't know, demoralizing to you. It doesn't feel comfortable, is it?
A little bit like that, but when I was working in my previous job, I feel like it was, I mean, before the pandemic. So when I was like going to the office,
Mhm.
it was a massive, big company, which is like, I don't know, like 1,000 people there. And then
Oh,
it was
okay.
just too much. It was just so big circle. And then there's a
Mm.
moment I feel like, can I blend in here? Because it's just so big. But now here it's more like just a small circle and everything just like really close to each other.
Okay, and so it went from like you work with interacting with a lot of people, and then
Mm-hmm.
suddenly the pandemic hits, and
Yes.
then you doesn't interact at all, and
Yes,
now
yes,
you
yes, yes, yes.
Bali. I imagine you find your balance here, or
I could say that, yeah, because say that a big city or like for where I'm from in Jakarta, it
mm,
was pretty hectic. Like the traffic and then the pace, like everybody just rushing there.
okay,
So it's no choice, but you need to be like that. You know, there's no time that you want to slow or you
slow
just
down.
become uh just in your own pace. You cannot really do it because everybody, everything were just rushing you.
Okay, but what are other differences would you
Mm.
say compared to like corporate city like Jakarta to here in Bali, like chill, laid
Uh,
back city?
yes, as I said, like the city just make you rush, not only the people, but the city itself. The tempo, the pace, like everything was just really fast. And then in here, it's a little bit like slow. And
Mm-hmm.
then actually, when you getting slow, you can see things like more actually. Because when you rush, you just focus like do this, do this, do this. So you
Mm,
don't really have time to look around you
yeah,
or
your mind is
enjoy.
fixated.
Yes, yes, yes. And then you would just really short, limited time, this. But in Bali, we can just really walk slow and then we
Mm.
just see more things in here.
Yeah, I've only been to Jakarta once, and it's for vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I go there for vacation, so I can
Mm-hmm.
observe things,
Yeah,
but
yeah, true.
I can actually see like in every corner of the city, I can see that guy is rushing, that guy is chasing for deadlines, like
Yes, yes, yes,
people corporate in every corner of the street.
yes, yes.
Wow, yeah, that's fascinating. But what about the people though? Is it like more collaborative in Jakarta, or is there any difference to here?
For me, because it's still like same or related industry, I could say the people are a little bit similar, like creative and then collaborative. I think that's a main basic kind of people who is like working in agency.
Mhm.
But the rest, actually, the difference is only um, the tempo. That's it.
Ah,
As I
okay.
said, like in agency, I could say like after we finish our
Mhm.
working time and then we go back home, we still open our laptop.
Damn.
But in Bali, I could find that okay, when it's done, it's done. So I
Okay.
still have more time to do like for myself, for my body, for my mind. So I could feel like living in Bali actually like has a little bit something better than I had in Jakarta. And
Mhm.
especially talking about the traffic as well. Like back in time from my place to my work, the fastest with the bike,
Uh-huh.
it's 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yes, the fastest. But in Bali, it's only take me like 10 minutes. So
True.
I
Yeah.
I kind of say like I saved 30 minutes, or if it's like returns, it's gonna be 1 hour saving in my life.
I cannot imagine how if you take public transports, how long would that take? Like an hour more.
Yes, yes, yes. First, the public transport, it's not really um, say that reaching everywhere in
Ah,
Jakarta. So you need to
right.
take like online transport, like say Gojek, Grab, and then you go to the station. and then
Oh,
you
it's not
move
very
in.
efficient, you know.
No, it's not. I mean, there's like some little, you know, what is it like angkot, you know, just a
Mhm.
little one, like maybe can reach more place in Jakarta. But the fact is, it's gonna like stuck in the traffic for so long. So
So it's no use.
it's there's no option, but you need to take the grab bike, Gojek, you know, like everything need
Right.
to be with the bicycle, and then the pollution also it's not so good as
Mhm.
I have a problem with my respiratory.
Mhm.
So every time in Jakarta, it's always like bothering me. And then
Mm.
now I kind of moved to a place where like has a better air.
Air quality. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And the traffic. I mean, tourist area in Bali also there's a traffic, but
But
we're living in the city, so
uh-huh.
it's better.
Yeah. But going back to what you said before, you said you after you work, you open your laptop again.
Yes.
It something that you initiate that from your initiative, or is it something your boss told you to, or
So I'm working quite independently when I was in my previous job. So there's like not my boss like telling me what to do
Mhm.
or something like that. Like I'm just doing my own. But the fact is, of course, it's not the things that I want to work
Yeah.
after my office
Right.
hour. Of course, that
Mhm.
nobody wants it. And then so it's not my boss asked me. It's not what I want. The fact is, having a job is like having a kid. Like you have a responsible.
Uh-huh. Right.
So those responsibility need to be catch and then need to be done. So what can I do unless I'm doing it? And then sometimes if it's in the agency, we have a campaign that running maybe like for a week, for a month. So I need to keep watching it even though like it's out of my office hour.
Okay.
Yes.
Again, it's going back to the pace. I imagine, like you have to,
Yes, yes, yes.
like you
True.
have a lot of jobs and you have to do it
Again.
uh, quick.
Yes.
But how has living in Bali changed your daily routine, though?
As I could say before, if I'm in Jakarta, I finish work and then I go back home. I'm still with my laptop. But in Bali, I finish my work. I still gonna have time for myself. Like
Mm.
either I walk to the beach, like everybody was thought about it, but because I far away from the beach, so I'm not really going to the beach. But at least the point that I still have more time for myself. Like either I go to gym or just like doing some other things
Mm.
like reading or go to like a cute cafe where people can do it only on the weekend.
Yeah.
But in here it's possible.
Well, I thought that was like the norm of all of people working, but I
Yeah.
cannot imagine myself. I don't know, working in the future where I still have to open up my laptop even after the office hours. I really don't want to do that, to be honest.
My advice is done.
Okay. Is there any challenges though adapting like in a professional way or like personal way?
So both has an adapting. I mean, like everything's that new in our life, we need to adapt.
Yes.
But in the work life, I could say, for example, now I kind of slower my pace, like following Bali, like a slow living, and
Mhm.
then a little bit balance. When it's done, and then
Yeah.
also adapting personally. I could say that it's surprising me because Bali is pretty rich with the culture, which is like I am Indonesian and then I just came to Bali, say for traveling, for
Mhm.
like just vacation.
Ah,
And then it's actually different when I'm actually living
working
here.
here.
Yes, yes. So it's a little bit a hint that for everybody who want to move to Bali actually they might think that Bali is nice, like for vacation. Yeah, it is really nice, but when you just live here, it's actually just like the same wherever you live.
Yeah.
Yes, you have a beach, you have a rice field, but maybe you can just do it on the weekend.
Yeah, this is interesting to me because when people hear Bali, the only thing that comes to people's mind is vacation and
Yes,
beaches,
yes,
sunsets.
yes.
Uh, would they still think the same when they are actually like working here? Do you think?
I think it's literally need to be find out by doing because that's what I was taught as well, like
Mm.
at first, because as I told you, I was working remote before, and then I spent like a few months in here in Bali,
Mhm.
like working on my own, which is I'm gonna sit in the cafe, like in a tourist area, spending too much for a coffee and smoothie bowl, and then I didn't see anything like local, like a real local. But when I live here, I live with local, I work with local,
Mm.
and then I really get to know more about Bali, like not about a
Mm.
person, but it just literally the whole island, like with so much culture, and then it's so much things that I never seen and find out in Jakarta,
Yeah.
like how they just in the morning and they like giving a prayers or something, and then it just really, I don't know, it makes me feel like oh people are really living, you know.
Mm. Bali is just not just the touristy, not just
Yes,
Canggu,
no,
not just Uru,
no, no,
not
no.
just Canggu.
Shango, Shango.
Okay, but uh, I imagine that's all things that people misunderstood about Bali. But is
Yes.
there anything else?
Mostly that. Mostly like people think that yeah, I can go to the beach every day,
Yeah.
seeing a beautiful sunset and stuff. But the fact is, you're just working and then you're tired and then you go back home. So the in reality, you cannot really do it like every day because
Yeah.
working and vacation is just two different things.
Work is work.
Yes,
Vacation is
exactly.
vacation.
Working is life, so it's two different things.
All right, but what is the most rewarding part of your career move, would you say?
I could say that the most rewarding is I did something different from my previous life, which is I like it because I could see myself like brave to leaving my comfort zone, and then I could really hearing what I truly want. You know,
Mm.
I want the life that stop me to open a laptop when the working hours is stopped.
Okay.
That's one of my wishes. And then now I live here in Bali a little bit slower, and then I have more time. So I think the universe just give me the rewards to have more time with and for myself.
Mhm. So that must feel like you've aligned with your purpose, or
Yes, I want to have like sort of more time, and then I can do more beside works, and then that's the thing for myself or for others. And then it's sort of like and appreciate that just showing I appreciate myself more by just stop working after office
Mhm.
hour, and then just invest more in the healthy lifestyle or better lives for the air quality for the like I actually like walking, and I
Mm.
could say maybe in the few tourist area in Bali it's not really walkable like
Uh-huh.
pedestrian friendly, but in the city like or where I live actually a pedestrian is quite good and so many
Okay.
trees. So I could say that it's sort of aligned with my purpose. Yeah.
Okay, that's good for you. That's good.
Thank you.
But for anyone considering living the big city or the corporate ladder to work here in Bali, do you have any advice for them?
First of all, as I said before, it looks amazing. It looks beautiful that you can go to the beach after work. But again, when you leaving, you're just leaving. So it just say that the beach is a plus point of your
Mhm. Okay.
of your daily.
Uh-huh.
So just don't expect that you're gonna have a sunset every day after work,
Yes.
because maybe you're just gonna work until like sunset time, so you don't have a chance. And then and then maybe the advice I could say, if it's better for yourself, then just do it. Like
Okay.
in many things, like personal growth, healthy, I think you should do it.
Okay. So take notes, everyone who wants to follow Camila's footstep here. Just don't expect anything to be sunset, all that sunsets and touristy of Bali. Expects living with local and embracing the culture here.
Yes. Also, to find a rental place here is quite hard. So you need to put the notes here.
All
It's a
right.
crisis here.
It's a crisis. It's
Yes.
definitely a
Yes.
crisis.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's gonna be a wrap up for today's episode. Thank you, Camila, for joining,
Thank you so
talking,
much, Kali, for having
and
me.
sharing anything about Bali. And that's all for today's episode. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button. See you in the next episode. And we say,
Sampai
Sampai
jumpa.
jumpa!